Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience in the South and us tuning in online around the world, thanks to our friends at iHeartRadio. Motortrend has definitely become the go-to place to find out about your favorite vehicles, as well as for those who are interested in their car buying experiences, going there for that information as well. Today's a very special day for them, as they're announcing the 2021 Car of the Year. Here to fill us in on all the details and maybe even share some car buying tips, we're excited to welcome Mark Rechtin to our program. We're going to talk to Mark not only about what he wrote about this year's choice, but also what it's been like for him to see the response to the car and, of course, let you guys know where to find more information. Mark, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. So glad to be on your show.
The pleasure's definitely all mine. Mark, I have to admit, I cheated. So I went over to Motortrend.com before my segment today. So I already read what you wrote about this year's pick, and we're going to get into that. But I want to talk about the vehicles that were first in the running for this year. Kind of fill us in as to what vehicles Motortrend were looking at this year.
Sure thing. So this year we tested 18 vehicles, which included 30 variants. And what we do is we do 0 to 60, quarter-mile, braking tests, all these instrumented testing on a closed course, but then we go out in the real world and drive them the way that ordinary people drive them. You know, the tricky thing is you're trying to compare, a $200,000 Porsche against a $20,000 Nissan. How do you do that? Well, we have our 6 key criteria that allow them each car to be gauged on their own merits. So safety, efficiency, value, advancement in design, engineering excellence, and, of course, performance of intended function. Does it do what it was meant to do? And when we run all of these vehicles through that algorithm, we came up with 6 finalists, including the BMW 8 Series, Hyundai Sonata, Mercedes-Benz CLA, the Nissan Sentra, and the Porsche Taycan. And so they all performed very well and all got votes. There was really only one car that ran away with the golden calibers this year.
Yeah. So with that being said, then, what is Motortrend's 2021 Car of the Year?
Yeah, can we have a drum roll? I don't know. Motortrend is proud to announce that its 2021 Car of the Year is the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Now, if you were watching us on video, you would see this great part being pulled off of Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan. But this goes across the entire lineup: sedan, wagon, coupe, convertible. And this is where the engineering excellence really comes in, because it's really hard to make a single car good. But now you're talking about 4 cars with 4 very, very different use cases, all with the same basic underpinnings. Is it basic transportation where you don't need a lot of power? Is it a flashy coupe that's supposed to carve up a canyon? Or is it a wagon, that needs to haul people around and their stuff, but all of a sudden, because you don't have a C-pillar, you now have a lot more open space that can lead to chassis flex. Mercedes did the all-nighter. They made all 4 of these model variants so strong. And once you get past that, everything else is fantastic. It still carries the 3-pointed star, the old-school luxury feel, whether it's the graining of the wood, the suppleness of the leather seats. But on top of that, it has all the latest technology, whether it's active and passive safety, whether it's assisted driving and cruise control, whether it's an infotainment system that really improves the man-machine interface and also reduces driver distraction. It just was every measurement you could take, whether it's ride quality, whether it's dynamics, whether it's kinematics. The E-Class is flat out superior.
Amazing. Well, one of the things you wrote about, Mark, as I said, I did look ahead, so our audience can go to Motortrend.com to read more about what Mark had to say about this year's pick. You said that even though the word excellence, Mark, is used a lot, it definitely fit when it comes to this year's pick. From the things you've outlined there, is that one of the reasons why you say that it really is a step above what's out there right now?
Absolutely. And let's be clear, there are a lot of very strong luxury vehicles on the market right now, but a lot of them also were new for 2021, either new or significantly redesigned. And so we had a chance to drive all these back-to-back on the exact same surfaces, the exact same roads. We all hand off the vehicles after giving them a good wipe down with isopropyl so that we were staying safe with COVID. But we would do repeated lap after lap after lap, and we'd come back and we'd talk and we'd say, wow, this car did this, but this other car did this other thing. And in being able to replicate our testing methodology, that allowed us to make much smarter, savvier decisions.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us, Mark. Mark, before we let you go, though, we had Ed Lowe on the program recently, and he shared some great tips for us as we're kind of looking at the end of this year for those who are maybe looking for other options when it comes to car buying. Do you have any car buying tips you'd like to share before you leave?
Absolutely. Right now is a great time to buy a car because the 2020 model year is turning over, so there are lots of incentives out there. If you want to get a better sense of how to go car shopping in this time of COVID, you'll want to go to Motortrend.com and find our Ultimate Car Rankings page. This takes all 300-plus vehicles that are for sale on the market right now and ranks them in categories. So whether it's subcompact sedan, whether it's midsize SUV or full-size truck, all of our testing that goes back 70 years goes into this so that you have the most accurate information and you want to know what is the best midsize sedan, what is the best compact SUV. We have the guts to go out there, do the testing, and give you the rankings so that you can make a smarter consumer decision.
And it looks like you all have a lot of fun doing it, Mark, and we really appreciate that. Again, everyone, Mark Rechtin has been our guest of Motortrend, sharing with us not only, of course, the 2021 Car of the Year from Motortrend, but also some great tips for you all as well, as you heard Mark mention. Motortrend.com is the place to go. And, Mark, it's so good to have you on with us. Looking forward to speaking with you again.
My pleasure. So glad to be here.
Hey, thank you. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make today amazing. Take care.